look at me. I bet you can't do it like me. Can't see me.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Trey Hendrickson.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On second down, it's Lindsay. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run. It's Lindsay. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Play action. Stafford. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. This is why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. Yeah.
Oh.
And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
That last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. A shotgun snap for Stafford. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Denver.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Melvin Gordon, the Bronco.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
The Bronco ball carrier.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. There they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
They definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
1st and 10. It's Lindsey. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the air now with Stafford. Got Gordon open, completes it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Good. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
Brought down at the 10-yard line.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Chiefs. 1st and 10 at the 20.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
On 2nd down now. It's Moore. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
End of the first quarter.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Incomplete.
The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Now Stafford. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
From just shy of midfield, Stafford. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another
rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
To Christian McCaffrey. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 14.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now a carry for Lindsey. And he'll be taken down at the 18.
Lindsey, the Bronco.
4 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
18-yard line.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Ball carrier. The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 31 yards there and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First down, Broncos.
Now Gordon on first down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
On the carry.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. From the gun, here's Stafford. Able to get this to Gordon. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The kick by McManus is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
They go play action. Now Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this? And that's caught inside the 35. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play there just before halftime. 57 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the gun. Staff on Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
When the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. The The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
Brought down by Alexander.
A gain of 3, second down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
Mahomes quickly complete out wide. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And some space. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
On second down now. It's Moore. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Chiefs 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. From the gun, Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. On first down, Gordon. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
He's across.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Stafford, throw to the right here to Gordon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
30, Philip Lindsay, the ball carrier. The tackle made by Bruce Urban.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
Lindsey on the carry.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
At the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Working with his 2nd and 4. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. This is McCaffrey. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Moore. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Second down and 3. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Bradley Chubb on the tackle. A 2-yard pickup brings up.
That's out to the left and complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Gain of 1.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On first down, it's Moore. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 6-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Moore. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
On the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
On 3rd down, it's Moore. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2.
Check nickel. Switch. Yellow. Hey, 43, 15.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. 2nd and 10, Stafford again. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll run on first down. Gordon, and he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
He's across midfield.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. He'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Lindsey. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. It's up and it's good, but it won't matter because 7 is as close as they're going to get, and this game is over.
Broncos 10.
Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Chiefs, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Denver, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.